I'm alone in the abandoned hospital, my flashlight cutting through the dark. The air smells of rust and decay. I'm here to retrieve old medical records for a client, but something's wrong. The corridor stretches endlessly, and a flickering light hums above me. Then I hear it, a child's giggle, echoing from a room with no door.
2 days ago, I was hired as a private investigator. A lawyer needed records from St. Agnes Hospital, shuttered since the 80s after a fire killed dozens. The job was simple. Get in, find the file room, get out. Locals warned me the place was cursed, said the dead never left. I didn't believe in ghosts. I wish I still didn't. I arrived at St. Agnes just after midnight. The hospital loomed like a tombstone, its brick facade cracked and stained. My flashlight caught broken windows and ivy choking the walls. The front door was ajar, creaking in the wind. Something told me to turn back, but I didn't listen.
The lobby was a wreck. Overturned chairs, peeling wallpaper, a nurse's station coated in dust. My footsteps echoed too loudly, like the building was listening. Then I saw it. A child's shoe, small and scorched, sitting alone in the center of the floor. I swear it wasn't there a second ago.
I moved deeper, following signs to the records room. The corridor was narrow, lined with locked doors. My flashlight flickered and the walls seemed to pulse, like they were breathing. Then I heard footsteps behind me, small and quick. I turned, but no one was there.
I found the records room, but the door was locked, the handle cold as ice. I jimmied it with my crowbar, but as I worked, I heard whispering, dozens of voices overlapping, coming from inside. "You shouldn't be here," they said. The lock clicked open on its own.
Inside, the room was freezing, shelves packed with moldy files. My flashlight caught a name on a folder, Patient 47. It was my client's file, but the pages were blank except for one word, scrawled in red, "Stay." Then the shelves rattled, files falling like something was moving behind them. I grabbed the file and ran, but a shadow moved in my peripheral vision, small, childlike, darting between shelves. My flashlight died, plunging me into darkness. I fumbled for my lighter, and when it sparked, I saw it, a burned handprint on the wall, still smoking. I stumbled into an old operating room, its table stained with something dark. Surgical tools were scattered, some crusted with rust or worse. Then, the overhead light flickered on, buzzing, and I saw my reflection in a cracked mirror, but my reflection was smiling. I wasn't. The whispers were louder now, coming from every direction. They weren't just voices, they were names, dates, screams. I clutched the file, my hands shaking. A cold breath grazed my neck, and I ran, the whispers chasing me down the hall. I burst into the burn ward where the fire had hit hardest. Charred walls, melted beds, the air thick with ash. A child's drawing was pinned to a corkboard, showing a family in flames. Then the drawing moved. The figures turned to look at me. I found an old elevator, its doors dented but open. I stepped inside, desperate to escape. The buttons were rusted, but I pressed ground. The doors closed, and the elevator lurched,
down, not up. The lights flickered, and I saw scratches on the walls, like claw marks.
The elevator stopped in a basement I didn't know existed. The air was damp, the walls slick with something black. A single light bulb swung, casting shadows that moved on their own. Then I saw them, figures in hospital gowns, burned and broken, watching me from the dark.
One figure stepped forward, a girl, her face half burned. She pointed at the file in my hand and whispered, "You brought us back." The air grew hot and I smelled smoke. The walls ignited, flames licking up. But the figures didn't burn. They smiled. I realized the file wasn't just records. It was their story, their pain, keeping them here. I threw the file into the flames and the figure screamed, the fire exploding around me. I ran, the hospital collapsing, walls crumbling, voices howling. I made it out, collapsing in the dirt as the building burned. But the next night, I found the file on my doorstep, unburned, and I hear them now, whispering in my house.
Do you think you can destroy something that doesn't want to be destroyed? Why or why not?